Creo Radio, man. What's going on? What it is, what it do? It's your main girl, Brew Creo Lou, and I'm here with who? Leave it down in the comment sections below who I have the pleasure of talking to. Oh! And that was better than any bars I heard on Iceman, man. That's today's Creo Radio little segment, man. I want to talk about Iceman. And this is an impromptu. I'ma just speak. I ain't got no notes in front of me. I want to talk about how the discourse around Drake is very annoying. You know, because right now I'm gearing up to make the Iceman video, and the Habibi video, and the other one that he dropped. He dropped 3 fucking albums, which is fucking insane. And I'm gearing up to make a video about it. And I'll give you a little insight on it. I'm disappointed. Drake always leaves me disappointed. But I also have not really been. I can say I've become not even a fan, but I've become a consumer of his music in reverse. Because it was like when he first dropped, you the fucking best I ever had, headlines, all of that shit. It was on the radio, so I heard it. You know what I mean? That was it. That was all. Then when the nigga started coming out with energy, when he started to come out with that, I admit it, watch your motherfucking tone, boy. He started going crazy with the, if you reading this is too late. I'm like, damn, he got some energy. He kind of solid at rapping. Then he got in this little battle with Meek, and it was like, all right, it was cool. Like, damn, that was solid. He won. He bodied that nigga. He getting bodied by a singing nigga. That was crazy. Not gonna hold you. So then it was like, all right, kind of got to respect this nigga's pen, but also wasn't the biggest fan of the nigga. Wasn't super crazy. Then that nigga dropped that remix with Fetty Wap. All I gotta do is put my mind to this. Goddamn, that was amazing. Not gonna lie, I love that verse. Then I found out that he took the original version from, I think it was Monty and Fetty Wap, and uploaded it on his, so he kind of took credit away from Monty and Fetty Wap, which is gonna later go on to be something that I learned that he just loves to do. Then we got the whole Hotline Blink era where it's like, all right, cool, he's back all over the radios, can't really deny him, but he wasn't my favorite artist. He was just an artist that was around, right? So then X comes out, starts to go viral from jail with the Look at Me shit, and I started tuning into that because around that time I'm a freshman in high school, so I'm rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with the underground and shit. He gets out of jail, exposes bro for taking his lyric for stealing his flow. So then I start to really like open my eyes to the fact that like, yo, Hotline Bling is basically just cha-cha, and this nigga do be stealing lyrics a lot. You know what I'm saying? And he does like to steal flows and jump from cadence to cadence and act like he's a badman, and then turn around and act like he's a mandem, and then he likes to turn around and act like he's, you know what I'm saying, just so many things, all at once. So then I was like, actually, he is a little weird, and I don't fuck with him. Like, it kind of feels like he's been forced upon me. Like I said, only heard him on the radio, so it feels like he's been forced. Not saying he didn't deserve it, but now I'm kind of saying he don't deserve it because he be stealing a lot of shit. So is he really deserving of this like #1 rank that he's given? You know what I'm saying? All this radio play, but is he even that fucking good? I started to question it. So then I stopped fucking with him, to be honest. It wasn't on some hater shit, And then it was like X passes away. That whole beef kind of like dwindles over. And then he gets back to uploading more music. And I'm like, yo, I can't not see it through the lens that was painted for me right now. Because like it was revealed that that's what he does. So now I can't even see his music for what it is. Then he get into the bullshit with Pusha. Tootsie slides up out of that shit. I see it right in front of me happen. I see him Tootsie slide out of that shit. Because as I got older, I respected rap a lot more. I respected hip hop and the lyricism and all that shit. So when he, went against me, Pusha T, and Pusha T did what he did to him, I was like, man, he's gonna have to respond. Like, he's the one that back-to-back Meek Mill. Like, I remember how the internet dragged that nigga Meek back then, bro. I remember it. So he's gonna have to go crazy. This nigga just exposed that he got a baby. He didn't do shit, but he Tootsie slid out of that one. But then that's when I started to realize that he just started to pump out a fuck ton of music. And then like there'd be a couple songs that were hits and the rest were just for his fans. But then I started to realize his fans are just delusional niggas who aren't really connected to culture. They're just connected to Drake himself. So to get back to why I even started I hit the record button on this video, is I hate the discourse around Drake because the consumers of Drake who do not question him, are just fucking stupid. And that, shout out to you if you like Drake's music for whatever reason. If you can have an educated conversation for what it may be, you don't got to sit there and give the intricacies and be like, well, I like it because at this timestamp he said this and this. You don't got to be like that. But I'm saying, if you listen to the shit that he be saying and also don't take into account that there are other sides of the story that he talks about, like, I can't listen to a Drake song as if he's the only perspective. Okay, what did I miss? For example, you listen to What Did I Miss? You would think that all that shit was just happening to him. Like, he has a crazy victim mentality, and his fans go along with it. If that's the kind of energy you got, I can't fuck with it, and I can't have discourse with that because you can't fuck with that. Like you're dead set on what you believe, my nigga. You won't even see and have a conversation outside of the lens that you have, and that's fucked. Because I even had to step out of it. Like I said, after the whole shit with Pusha T, I didn't finish my sentence, but after the shit with Pusha T and he lost and he slid out of it, I stopped fucking with him. I already wasn't really fucking with him, but I was like, that's crazy. He's not even a rapper's rapper for real, for real. Then, you know, he started to drop some shit. Major distribution drop with 21 Savage. Not gonna lie, that shit was hard. He dropped that fucking, I got friends on my mind and some M's. I thought that was shit. I thought that was the shit. No Stylist was hard. I'm like, okay, I don't really fuck with Drake, but I'm also not gonna deny his ability. He can make a fucking hit, you know? But then, battle with Kendrick happens. And the narrative was set straight. So straight that these motherfuckers have to contort it in circles, and they're trying to run circles around what is so simple. Like, it's all set out for us to go look at and go see what happened. Yet, you got 7 different stories on what the fuck happened, when there is really just one reality, yet 7 different interpretations. Yo, that battle is a perfect example of how 20 niggas can see the same thing and have their own, like, idea or depiction of how it happened afterwards. Memory is fickle, to be completely real with you. Memory is truly a fickle thing. Because how the fuck doesn't everyone have a collective conscious understanding of this shit? You know? Leave your comments down below on what I just said and what I just presented in this little word vomit that I just gave y'all, man. You know? I saw Sean C say that Drake acts like Homelander, and I have not been able to see him outside of that lens, because he definitely acts like somebody who was given a fuck ton of power, but is so insecure about it that he would almost use it in, like, he would use it in really horrific ways. Like, I feel like this nigga would get somebody knocked over some of the dumbest shit. And I also listened to his music on Iceman, just to give a little tidbit of the music. Listening to Iceman, you hear him talk about a lifestyle that he bought into, and that he didn't have to be in it, dude. Like, this nigga was an actor. This nigga was out here, really could have secured generational wealth and lived a life of peace. Yet he wanted to buy into the hip hop game, which the hip hop game is the only thing seen as a game. Everything else is an industry. But hip hop is the only thing where, because I would say black people are the main providers of it, where we have to kind of go to war with each other, and it has to be a gladiator sport. It's seen as a competition. Now, there is friendly comp in other sections of artistry within the industry, but in hip hop specifically, there is a big profit on seeing violence and negativity and bullshit. He did not have to buy into that. He could have stayed singing. He could have stayed on that trajectory of just making his good R&B shit. He could have stayed in a good lane, but this nigga jumped into the streets, jumped into the conversations that he did not have to jump into. So now he's running around with all this power and fucking money, being able to be like, yeah, we can get you knocked. We can do this to you. We can do that to you. But it's like, nigga, you don't even have to be here for real. Like, I get the motherfuckers who, like, let's say a 50 Cent to an extent, who grew up in the streets through and through. His mind was molded. His mind was molded by the streets, right? He had to learn to navigate through life through that lens, and then he got into the corporate world. And then you realize, well, the corporate world also does mirror the street world a lot. So he kind of just merged them both together. This nigga Drake had a bar mitzvah, bro. Dead ass. This nigga was in interviews talking about, yeah, I don't like how people, man, them talk it down there. It's just so improper. And, you know, my grandma slips me $100 sometimes and tells me not to tell my mom. Yet we want to hear you and talk about how you set niggas up now and how we let that nigga live and we could have got, like, bro, nigga, like, really, like, understand your plot in this life and respect it, my nigga, and go somewhere with it. But you want to buy into this shit that you don't have to. Golly, man. That's one of my problems with Ice, man. Because it's just like them violent raps, them negative raps, them put a nigga in a body bag raps. My nigga, the only smoke you should have for niggas, you should have smoke for pedophiles and fucking women abusers. Those are truly the only niggas you should have smoke for in this life. As a grown ass man, quick PSA to all other niggas. If you grown, it's done gone over the 10-minute mark. Damn. Fuck it. Since it's gone over 10 minutes, I gotta make it worth it. PSA to all men. Money don't make you a man. Violence, your ability to be violent and overpower other people does not make you a man. Your ability to stand for what is right and stand up against what is wrong is what makes you a fucking man, my nigga. Niggas want to complain about how they put their ops in the grave and they put niggas who talk shit about them in the grave. Nigga, put these fucking... Go put them somewhere, my nigga. Not these little block wars that we got going on that once it's all said and done, neither of you niggas own the property. Or if you do own the property, stop beefing with roadmen who don't own not a damn thing. Man, go put your power towards some shit that's gonna benefit this world, my nigga. I don't want to hear about how you can get your op knocked off. Knock off a pedo, nigga. Have yourselves a good day. Creo Radio out.